Hello, friends! Welcome to the 6th episode of Kiko Talks. Hi, I'm Kiko. Can you hear the rain? It's pouring right now. I'm sitting at home on a Tuesday in the middle of the day. Thank you, spring break. And I've been on my computer for the past few hours going through and organizing all of my photos and videos because I have a lot. I'm deleting the ones that I don't need, backing up the rest to a hard drive, and slowly but surely making room on my computer for even more photos and videos that will keep coming because I can't stop myself from documenting and recording memories. And so this is just what I do. And I'm grateful to have the time to spend organizing and doing all that kind of things. But yeah, it's a slow and steady movement. It can be a bit tedious, but it's been really nice walking through old memories as it storms outside. It's a cozy kind of day. Everything's getting soaked and rattled out there, washing away. In the midst of all the craziness going on in the world right now, I'm finding comfort in the little things that fill up my life. The newest little thing is my precious nephew. I am officially an auntie and I am so excited. So excited. He's so cute and tiny and I can't stand it. My mom and I have been staying over at my sister's house to help her transition to the wonderful and entirely new world of motherhood, and she's doing it like a champ. It's been so special for me to witness my little sister being a mommy, seeing all of those natural mother instincts come out. It's precious, and I feel so blessed to be able to even have this time to spend there. Like to have spring break so that I don't have to work, so that I can just be there with my family. I love it. And I know that I am ridiculously blessed, and I'm so thankful for that. I'm constantly praying over her, over him, grateful that he is here to hold, to love, to see a fully tangible example of God's amazing love and miraculous power. Because this baby sure is a miracle. Each life is a miracle, in fact. It can be easy to lose sight of that amidst the chaos, but it's true. We see miracles every day, whether we are aware of them or not. So, be aware. It's amazing. It's in the middle of March 2020, and a lot of big changes are happening. Many things are being canceled, shut down. The world is being put on pause. And though we don't know what tomorrow holds, or what our future holds, we know that God holds our future in his big, strong, capable hands. He continues to move in our midst, and we get to move with him, praying over all things, even though he knows. We enter in, speak to him, pour it all out, raise it all up, worship him for who he is, what only he can do, and we watch how he works in all situations. One of my favorite stories in the Bible that deals with prayer is in 1 Samuel 1. It's the story of Hannah. And as I've been doing, I will just paraphrase the most of the story. So, a man had 2 wives, one who gave birth to children and one who did not. The one who did not, her name was Hannah. The other wife was not very kind to Hannah. Hannah was loved more by their husband, even though she was unable to give him any children. Well, in her anguish and pain, Hannah prayed and cried out to God. She made a vow that if God would remember her and give her a son, she would give her son to God for all the days of his life, and no razor will ever be used on his head. That was also in her vow. Eli, a high priest, even thought that she was drunk when he saw her praying. She was not, of course. She was simply pouring out her soul to God, the only one who was and always is in control. God. Eli then tells her in verse 17, "Go in peace, and may the God of Israel grant you what you have asked of him." She went away filled with a kind of peace that only comes from God, a joy and comfort that comes when you trust him with your life. She then worships God, because that's how we must live before we even see the workings of God, before we receive what we pray for, before we do anything else. We must worship him. That's just what we do. We worship. We don't wait until we get what we want or see the other side. We worship in the midst of it all, because God is worthy and he deserves it. And as Hannah and her husband did what husbands and wives do, God remembers her, and Hannah becomes pregnant. And she gives birth to a son. Amazing, a miracle. She names him Samuel. And once he grows a little older and is weaned, Hannah fulfills her vow. She takes her young son along with a sacrifice and brings him to the house of the Lord at Shiloh. After making her sacrifice, she brings Samuel to Eli and says to Eli in verses 26 through 28, "Pardon me, my Lord. As surely as you live, I am the woman who stood here beside you, praying to the Lord. I prayed for this child, and the Lord has granted me what I asked of him. So now I give him to the Lord. For his whole life he will be given over to the Lord." And Samuel worshiped the Lord there. Hannah finally had the son she had longed for, had prayed for, and she ends up doing what she said she'd do. She fulfills her vow and gives him back to God. And what does Hannah do next? She prays, of course. She rejoices in God. She praises him. She worships him. 1 Samuel 2 is her prayer. In verses 1 through 10, she prays. And this is what she says. "My heart rejoices in the Lord. In the Lord my horn is lifted high. My mouth boasts over my enemies, for I delight in your deliverance. There is no one holy like the Lord. There is no one besides you. There is no rock like our God. Do not keep talking so proudly, or let your mouth speak such arrogance, for the Lord is a God who knows, and by him deeds are weighed. The bows of the warriors are broken, but those who stumbled are armed with strength. Those who were full hire themselves out for food, but those who are hungry no more. She who was barren has borne 7 children, but she who has had many sons pines away. The Lord brings death and makes alive. He brings down to the grave and raises up. The Lord sends poverty and wealth. He humbles and he exalts. He raises the poor from the dust and lifts the needy from the ash heap. He seats them with princes and has them inherit a throne of honor. For the foundations of the earth are the Lord's. On them he has set the world. He will guard the feet of his faithful servants, but the wicked will be silenced in the place of darkness. It is not by strength that one prevails. Those who oppose the Lord will be broken. The Most High will thunder from heaven. The Lord will judge the ends of the earth." And that is her prayer. to God. I love this story. I love the power of prayer. The way God brings glory and new life out of dark brokenness. He changes everything. I love the way that Hannah is faithful, the way that she continues to cry out to God through it all, the way that she pours out her heart, her soul before Him, for God alone. And she rejoices in who God is. She worships Him. She praises Him because she trusts Him, because she knows who He is. And that's amazing. And with that, thank you so much for listening. I'm off to my sister's house soon. I am excited to hold her sweet baby boy once again as I continue rejoicing and praising God for the little miracle. Little things are big things. Stay firmly rooted in God. Trust Him to handle all the craziness out there. Align your walk with His. Pray through everything. Love through everything. Keep your eyes and minds and hearts and souls focused on Him. Because He is good. Have an amazing day. I love you forever. Bye.